now. So I waddle my butt onto the opposite side of the stage where the dressing rooms are, which was stage left at the time. And I'm waiting for my cue line. And I'm like realizing there's only 1 out of 4 people there on that side of the stage for that scene, and all of us have to enter in at the same time on the same side of the stage. Hello, this is Gavin Young.
Hi, my name is Jack Myers.
Hey, I'm Greg Carr II. We are
One
Mike.
Trio.
Alrighty, welcome back to the One Mike Trio podcast. This is episode 11. We start off, Greg, interesting fact.
You got it. Did you know that the 100 folds in a chef's hat represents the 100 ways to cook an egg? Yes, that tall pleated white hat that chefs wear, technically called a toque, has 100 folds for a reason. According to Reluctant Gourmet, the pleats used to signify a chef's level of experience, like the number of ways he or she knew how to prepare eggs.
There's not 100 flaps in no.
Mm-hmm.
Now Gavin's got to look it up.
Oh, Gavin's going to actually look it up. The 100 folds, my friend. Goodness gracious. Is he fact checking?
He
Are
is
you
fact-
actually fact
100
checking?
This is the first
Folds.
time that's ever happened.
Are you serious?
Why are there... There's not 100 folds in it, though. You cannot say there are 100 folds in a chef's hat. There are not.
He's trying to debunk.
And that is what you get for trying to debunk my fun fact.
No.
You really tried to fact check me. For those of you who don't know, Gavin knocked over his laptop and proceeded to spill his Clif Bar on the floor. That is what happens when you interrupt my fun fact.
Oh no.
Uh-huh. Yep,
That's
go
so
ahead,
sad.
pick it up.
The
Pick
Cliff
it up.
Bar!
I want to eat it and still.
No, throw it
No,
away.
that's disgusting. You just finished being sick. You don't need to get back to being sick.
But yes, that's my fun fact of the day. Goodness gracious. Do you want another one, Gavin, since you fact check? Actually, you know what? That's karma.
You don't even have a Cliff Bar. You wouldn't even give it to me. You're trying to steal my food before this podcast.
That's not true.
That is so...
That is so
That's
not
a
true.
lie.
But anyway.
Carry on, Joe
Anyway.
Hansen.
Alrighty, back into it. So obviously in the last episode I was not there. I was sick. I'm fully back now, and I heard you guys put on a pretty good episode number
Wow,
10.
thanks.
I will say we're not going to spoil it for everyone, but I heard it was really great from obviously the grapevine, aka Sabrina.
The pop off.
Yeah, but
It was a beautiful interview with Isabel.
Yes, our lovely friend.
It was
Isabel.
quite... I mean, honestly, I want to do interviews more often.
Yeah.
That was quite
Yeah.
fun.
So let us know who you want
So,
to hear on the podcast,
yeah,
guys.
if you guys are out there and you
Within
know
our realm.
us and you're of interest in our lives, maybe you'll be interviewed.
Yeah, don't-
Maybe. Sabrina, don't get your hopes up. But everyone else, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
don't-
only say that because I know she listens to the entire thing.
What? She
Yeah.
does? Wow. Shout
Yeah.
out Sabrina. But yeah, what Gavin said. What Gavin said.
okay. Well, we're gonna move into it today. We're shaking things up a little bit. Greg, you have the whole plan for the podcast, so let the viewers know what we're gonna be talking about today.
Boom. All right, guys. Well, me and Gavin are about to open a show that we've been working on for weeks. We are finally opening Cameron McIntosh's and Disney's Mary Poppins on Thursday. And so in the spirit of things, we're taking a different route today. We're going to be sharing some stories of our fabled tech weeks because we've all been involved in the theater, and we all have some stories of triumph and some stories of failure. So, who wishes to share first? Actually, you know what? Gavin. Gavin goes first.
I don't even get a say.
No, you don't, because I'm in charge today.
Oh my lord. This is why we don't give him power. So, I guess one of my, failures, quote unquote, it wasn't even me messing up, but it was somebody I knew who messed up. What had happened was I was in high school. So this was 7 years ago, I think, when this happened, and we were putting on A Christmas Carol, and I was Old Joe, which is, if you don't know the story, he is the one that buys all of Scrooge's stuff after he dies in the future scenes. And it's like, I'm really choking.
Gosh, Gavin, are you serious?
I'm fine now. Okay. And so he's the one that buys all of Scrooge's stuff after he dies. And so I literally only have one scene. So I'm sitting in the dressing room and
Oh my gosh!
I'm really dying. And I'm sitting in the dressing room and I'm like, oh my gosh, my part's coming up. I can go on stage now. So I waddle my butt onto the opposite side of the stage where the dressing rooms are, which was stage left at the time. And I'm waiting for my cue line. And I'm like realizing there's only 1 out of 4 people there on that side of the stage for that scene, and all of us have to enter in at the same time on the same side of the stage. So I run over to my dressing room. I grab the guy that's in the room, and he was like, "Yeah, he was actually walking towards me when I was running to get him." And he was like, "Yeah, I know it's our scene. I'm ready. Where are the girls?" Girls never came. So I heard literally the first half of my cue line to walk on stage. I sprinted behind the psych, barged into the girls' dressing room. You should never do that, but I did it anyway.
Usually you have to knock first.
Yes. Well, I think I did knock. I knocked like frantically, and somebody was like right by the door, so they like opened it. And I like pointed at the 2 girls. I was like, "It's our scene!" And they were like, "What?" And they were sitting on the couch eating, and so like they were not ready. Ooh. And so I run back and I like walk on stage, all prim and proper, and.
Just sprinkled up.
The girls like didn't realize when I said that we were supposed to be on stage. They did not think that we were supposed to be on stage at that second. They thought that our lines were coming up.
Right.
No. So I go on the stage and I'm sitting there, and then the guy that was ready comes on stage with his prop, but he like me and him are like having to improvise an entire scene because the girls still are not there, and they were the ones that were supposed to carry the scene.
Right.
And so me and him are literally just going back and forth. Random words are coming out of our mouths. I was literally like, "So what did you bring me, sir?" And he was like, "Well, I brought you this, this, and this." And I was like, "Well, I can give you 5 pence for this, and I can give you 2 shillings for that." And then literally, and then I was like, "So how do you think Scrooge is doing in hell? Not hell. What did I say? I was like, how do you think Scrooge is doing in the afterlife?" Like something like that.
Yeah.
Like talking about his death. None of this is scripted. None of it's scripted. And me and him are just like staring at each other like, are the girls going to come on stage at some point? And then finally I hear all this rustling off stage. And then one of the girls comes out with her prop. And the other girl just comes out, does not come out with her prop. And her prop is the most important prop of the scene. And she did not come out with it. So this is how you knew I was angry. Because even in character, I yelled at them on stage. So they like walked out, and the girl that brought her prop started doing her scene. So now the entire scene's out of order.
Right.
None of these conversations are really making sense.
Right.
So then I had the conversation with the girl, and then the last girl, the last girl's part was supposed to take at least 4 or 5 minutes.
Right.
Alone. She did not come out with her props, so she was like,
"Oh no,
I didn't find anything at his house, so I couldn't bring you anything." And I literally just turned to her and I said, "Then why did you come? If you're not going to show up with anything, then why are you here?" And then I turned, and then I like just skipped her entire part and just was like, "Oh, I think I either ad-libbed, like, if you guys had brought, like, the candelabras, I would have given you this, if you brought that," and then which was the stuff she was supposed to bring.
Yes.
And so I was like, I would have given you this and this and this for, like, a cushion or, like, a pillowcase, something like that. And then I just finished the scene, and I walk off stage, and the girl that brought her prop on but was late was sobbing. The girl that did not bring her prop on did not care.
Ooh.
She literally was like, "The speakers weren't on in the girls' dressing room. Oh, well."
Oh my god.
I said, "Oh, well, you made me improvise a 10-minute scene down to 3 minutes. How is that fine?" And then I, like, saw everybody behind, like, backstage freaking out because they were like, because they were like, "Did you just yell at them on stage?" I was like, "Yes, I did." I was a freshman. They were sophomores and juniors. I think the other girl was a senior. I was literally like, I can't right now. So yeah. All that happened. And one girl apologized, the other one really doesn't care. And I'm just like pissed at this point. And then at the end of the day, we get the notes and they were like, "Gavin and Eddie, good job. Rose and I forgot the other girl's name.
You're name dropping them. Oh my goodness.
Rose is the one that apologized. She felt really
Oh,
bad.
shout out to you, Rose.
And the other girl, and she was like, never miss your spot again. Never. And I literally was just like sitting there cackling. It was too funny. But yeah, that was probably the worst one I had to do. And then the year after, we also did Christmas Carol, but we did a gender swap.
Right.
And I was Fezziwig, which is a shoe.
Nice.
But his name was Fitzgerald in this version. But the only characters that were not gender swapped were the Fitzgeralds, which were the Fezziwigs. And so I still said majority of the lines, and my wife had one paragraph. That was it. One monologue. Did not memorize it until the last show.
No.
The last show.
No.
So it was funny because like the last tech day, she was like, she couldn't say it. So then I just like literally stepped in front of her and just said this prayer out of my ass.
Oh.
Because I had to come up with a prayer and we were taking too long. It was tragic. It was truly tragic. I love her still, but like she did not memorize that line.
Right.
Wow.
And she would like be holding my hand, so she would like break it every night, like just squeezing.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Insane.
That's insane.
I mean, Greg, you and I were basically on the edge of our seats because we were very. I was.
Yeah, I
intrigued.
was very.
That.
So yes,
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, that's crazy.
this is why I get to improvise. Now for the best one though.
Oh.
Now this was actually in a show too. This wasn't really Tech Week.
No, it still counts.
Okay.
It still counts.
So, opening night. This was my senior year of high school. None of these are college stories because I mean my college experience hasn't really been crazy yet. I have a few professional stories, but like other than that, not anything insane. But my senior year, we did Clue on stage, which is the literal game Clue, but performed. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. It's very funny. I was casted as Mr. Green. Would love to play that role again. And so the end of the show, spoiler alert, Mr. Green comes out to be an FBI agent who is just portraying Mr. Green. And he's actually this like suave FBI agent who knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Not the literal spastic man that Mr. Green is. And he comes out, and so I have to, at the very end of the show, Mr. Green pulls out a gun and points it at Wadsworth, who is a murderer. And he points the gun at him, and he is supposed to shoot him. Well, how we blocked it was that the guy playing Wadsworth and I were supposed to collide, but not collide very hard, just collide to where the obvious fake gun makes sense that I kill him, that he dies with my gunshot. So opening night, this is recorded, so I could even show you.
Right.
We collide, and the gun just snaps in half. So Wadsworth hits it, boom, falls down, gun falls on him, and I'm now holding basically a Glock. And I'm just like sitting there, looking at it, looking at the piece just roll down stage. Audience cackling, staring at Broken. Mind you, we still have an entire scene left of the show of me explaining why each of the people now behind me are murderers.
Yes.
And so I'm now sitting with a Glock, and I pull out all the evidence. Wadsworth's basically dead.
Right.
We're all sitting there, shell-shocked, don't know what to do. And my next line is supposed to be like, one of my earlier lines was like, I'm an FBI agent, I work the desk job, I'm never really a field agent. That is literally my line. And so then when the gun broke, I literally just turned to the audience, I break the fourth wall, and I say, like I said, I'm a desk agent, not a field agent. They don't give me a good gun. And then I just keep on going. And then at the end of the show, if you guys have ever played Clue before, you have to say who the murderer was, how did they murder, and where did they murder them. So my ending line, because the broken revolver was my weapon now, I said, and if you want to know who killed Mr. Body, I did, in the hall with the broken revolver. And then everyone erupts into laughter. I am literally on the verge of tears right now, and I'm just wanting to get off the stage. Now, Darby Duncan.
Yes. Shout out Darby.
No. Was she in it? Oh, I don't know if she was in my cast. But we were in the same show.
Yes.
So, she witnessed all of it. And when they're arresting all the other players, because FBI agents come up from the audience and arrest the rest of the players, because I can't arrest them by myself.
Right.
They're arresting them, they're all supposed to walk past me, and I'm supposed to like threaten them with my gun.
Yes.
Well, not really. I'm just supposed to intimidate them. But since I have a broken revolver now, I'm just like shoving it at them. So I'm like hamming it up. So it was a grand time. And then literally as soon as I exited the stage, I just started sobbing. And then everybody ran up to me, Gavin, what the fuck? And I was like, I don't know what just happened. I think I blacked out for the past 10 minutes. The only reason why I know what I said was because it's recorded. And it was literally the best thing I could have done. It was so good. My director ran up to me and she was like crying. She was like, you did good, Gavin. I just don't know what happened. I was like, fuck if I know. I'm literally just on stage and everything broke. So, it was a wonderful day.
Wow.
But yes.
That's a great way to start off, honestly.
Positives and negatives, people.
That's
Positives
crazy.
and negatives.
Oh my gosh.
Also, my school is like very fortunate with their performing arts. So it's like
Yes.
when things do happen, it's like, oh no. Things like that don't often happen, I should say.
Yes.
So that's why it was crazy that those things had happened.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Nice.
Well, is it my turn?
Yeah, Jack, it's your turn.
Okay.
Obviously, gotta save me for last.
Um,
I have plenty.
Oh, same.
I have plenty.
It's really hard for me to think back on, like, I would say negative, like, or not like, it's not positive, but yeah, negative stories, I guess, or like
Yeah, you
mishaps.
don't have to have any negatives.
But I do have some. One wasn't me. That's the thing.
Ooh.
Another one was me. I have two things, both of which parts of the set broke.
See, I've never been on a show that a set broke.
So I'm gonna say the first one that was not me. It was our last show. I did Newsies, right?
Right.
It was the last show, and you know how there's the chase scene with me, or not with Jack, because I played Jack Kelly.
Oh,
which is-
What?
Yeah, I played Jack Kelly.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I played Jack Kelly.
I never knew that.
Because it's not like it was like a more of like a younger like teens and like kids sort
I
of
don't
like.
care, Jack. You
Yeah.
played Jack Kelly.
Yeah, and that's really funny. And that was the running joke, was that I was Jack playing Jack Kelly. But it was me, Davey, Les, and it's the Snyder and his goons and the like all trying to capture us, because
Right.
it's the chase scene, right? And then it
Right.
would lead into Metal Larkin's like theater. And we were running, and our set was like really basic. There was like one staircase to go up. You went to the right, and then there was a staircase to go back down. And it was like, it wasn't like the craziest set, but it was still a really nice set for what we had. So we're obviously running up. I run past. I'm in the front because I'm the fastest.
Yes.
And so we were going down the bottom steps to get into the platform that's under those steps
Right.
to
Okay.
like escape Snyder,
What-
right?
Okay. Did you have like the basic Newsies set of it's like
Yeah, with the
scaffolding?
braids and the scaffolding.
It looks like scaffolding.
Yeah.
It was really basic because he didn't have the money to like make this like complex
Okay.
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
Because it's also for kids and teens.
Mhm.
I was,
I did a same youth production. too,
yeah,
so-
I was the
Am
oldest.
I the only one here that hasn't done Newsies?
Yep.
That is so lame. That is so
It's okay, my
lame.
production was not good.
My production wasn't. Well, it was kids, so I can't say it was bad or great.
I don't
I think it was
care.
good. I think it was good.
You guys got the chance
Well,
to do
I guess
Newsies.
yeah, my production I guess was good,
I
but
think
I don't
it-
really remember much.
I
It
think-
was a lucid dream.
I think that was my best lead that I've done, probably. Tied, I say, or a little bit less. But anyways, we
What
come.
other have you played? Sorry. Don't
Well,
mean
I'll
to
get into
interrupt.
that. I'll
Yeah.
get into that.
I know which
okay,
one the
okay.
other one is.
Because you'll be interested by what I'm about to say for the other one. So
Alright.
we're coming down the steps, right? I'm already down. I'm at the place where we should be. And all of a sudden, I hear the two. So it's Davey that's right behind me, and then no, it's Les and then Davey. Davey's the
Yeah.
last one to come, and I see Les, our Les come, and he's sitting right next to me while we're trying to hide. All of a sudden, I hear a crack. Our Davey broke one of the steps, and he somehow escaped from falling through, and he went and he got to us. But Snyder and them had to skip the step down. So the step broke in half. This was our last show, might I add you. It was our last. So that was the good thing. The step just snapped.
Mm-hmm.
And for a second I thought, our Davey is going to fall through this. Or he's going to fall off. Luckily, he did make it. And the thing was that the guy who played Snyder had to slow down for him. Because he was like a couple steps above, and he noticed it, and he was like, I think he stopped the people behind him, and they skipped the step, and they went down. Luckily, everything was okay. But later in the scene, I was in it. I think I was with the Newsies, and they screwed it in while we were talking. We played it off. We pretended like we didn't hear anything. No, they dimmed the lights in the middle of the scene, I think, and then they did it. They gave us an extra dim so it would go. So that was one of the mishaps. Luckily, it wasn't me. But the other one, I think, was me, if I'm remembering back to it. But yeah, that was like one of the craziest things, because that hadn't happened to me in a while. And I was just like scared shitless for our Davey, because I'm like, if our Davey goes down, one of the other Newsies has to just transform into Davey. And our backup Davey, because they really counted on us to be in it, our backup Davey was a younger girl. It's like a 13, 14-year-old girl.
Wow.
They didn't have
I
a
see
lot of
no
guys.
problem.
I mean,
She was
honestly,
good.
Oh no, I
she
mean
was-
like
I don't
if the
doubt that
Davy
for a
like
second.
fell out of the show though, and
It just would have been a really big 180.
boy girl. Oh okay.
We're doing that. Okay.
So,
Just gotta accept.
funny enough,
Accept it.
Greg, you probably don't know this about me. When I did theater, I started construction my freshman and sophomore year. I had little to no experience with theater.
Okay.
I did a little bit of acting probably in my 6th through 8th grade. I did speech, so I competed. I got like blue ribbons. So that was like, you were like close to getting gold. Like, so they had a scoring system. It was like 20 to 29, 27 to 29 was blue. Gold was you get a perfect score.
Right.
And then red is anything below that. I usually got blues, so I got like a couple 30s, but then another person ranked me like 27. It was 2 like different judges combined. So I was decent for what I did.
We're out to get you.
And so what happened was, so I auditioned for my junior year, the musical, because funny enough, my freshman year, I joked around and sang Grease Lightning in front of all my friends.
Yeah.
And they were like, "You can sing?" And I'm like, "I can sing." Like, I didn't know I had a voice. They were like, "You have a really good voice." And I'm like, I didn't know this. I just did it for fun.
I can sing?
No, I genuinely was like, I mean, yeah, I could sing, but I didn't think anything was good about my voice. And they were
Yeah.
like, you, like, this is insane. Like, I didn't know you could do this. And I'm like, I'm finding it really out, because I could sing, but like, I didn't know I could sing. Like, I just didn't know that. And, so funny enough, one girl, we fast forward past, it was my freshman year show, which, you know, we go to the play, and this one senior had been like, we need you to get us to sing in front of our director, just like something for fun. So I like sang like technically the beginning of Grease Lightning. I didn't really sing, but I like acted it out for her, and she was like, come audition for me next year. So my sophomore year, I thought about it, didn't do it because I had stage fright.
Aww.
So this is the funny thing. That show that year was Sweeney Todd, which I loved so much. We did. I actually was behind because we had a slide. We had a trapdoor slide, and I was able to take the coats and everything from like the Beetle and like books and stuff. It was really fun.
Right.
I was on stage with them, funny enough. So it was kind of fun doing that. I also helped with the trapdoor, which was kind of cool. So sophomore year goes by. I do a show over the summer, which wasn't really anything big. It was Shrek. With the same company that I did Newsies with. So
Ooh.
I did like, it was a practice thing. I was like one of the 3 little pigs. So it was fun. It was my first time being on stage. I had like 4 or 5 lines. It was fun.
Yeah.
I don't really count that as my first show, like personally, but it was. But I auditioned my junior year, and I get the lead in The Wedding Singer.
Oh, I did not know
I
that
played
one.
Robbie
You
Hart.
played Rob.
I played Robbie Hart in the musical version of Wedding Singer.
You sang
What high
It's Your
school did you
Wedding
go to?
Day? Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh, Eureka.
I went
That's
to
right.
Eureka.
You.
I sang It's Your Wedding Day. I sang Somebody Kill Me Please.
Oh my god.
I sang it was,
Did you play guitar while doing it?
no, I didn't know how to play guitar. Luckily enough, so we actually had a couple things happen in that show. Our the choir director / teacher actually left right at the beginning of when we were starting to do Wedding Singer, and then a new guy came in who is still the choir teacher there now.
Yeah.
I love him. He's great. He actually knew how to play guitar. So you know the part where he's like playing the song with I'm forgetting her name. You gotta remind me.
Oh, the love interest?
Yeah, love interest. I'm forgetting.
I don't know this
I'm
musical.
blanking. I'm blanking.
Julia.
Julia.
He played that part for me, and I just mimicked. He gave me a couple like things I had to do with my fingers, and I just did that.
Oh, so you just follow like the
Yeah.
chord progression, but didn't
Yeah.
actually play.
We also did assemblies, and we would perform songs for them. We did the end song, which is supposed to be the beginning, but we did the end song instead.
Yes.
So I was in the middle. That was like the first big thing I ever did. I was in front of the whole school pretending to play guitar and rocking out, and then dancing with everyone. So that was really cool. By the way, I loved the girl who played my Julia. She was amazing. Amazing actress. She literally I don't know if she's still there, but she went to NYU.
Whoa.
Yeah, she went to NYU.
Wow, big time.
No, she was amazing. It was a really good cast, and I loved the show. It was amazing. It was such a fun show. But yeah, that was technically my first lead, and I got this role over all the other seniors and stuff, which was crazy because there was this one guy who was so talented. I wouldn't have been upset if I was in the show no matter what, but I was gunning for Robbie. Like, that was what I put on there. I put Robbie. I also put Sammy because I knew that would be fun too. But, like, Robbie was the role I was going for. I got it. It was insane. Everyone was so excited. I remember going to see the cast list, and I see my name. I shit you not, I did almost the Michael Jackson thing where I was on my tippy toes. I was lifted.
Ascended when you
I
saw
was the
that
first
list.
one to see it. I ran to the list once our director was gone. I ran to it, and all my friends were all hugging me and stuff. It was great because
Wow.
I was the shy, short, theater kid. That's who I was. I had stage fright before then. Even though I did a show, I still had it. So I really had barely none experience, and I got the lead, which was amazing.
Wow.
Anyways, fast forward to the week of show, which also will be the show Tech Week. You know the bed that Robbie lays on? It's his bed, and when he's singing Somebody Kill Me Please, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember exactly, I'm pretty sure when I was singing or when I was trying to get on the bed,
Right?
one of the legs snapped. I was fine.
no.
It was either me or it was someone else, but the leg snapped. I think it was me. I can't remember. They were trying to get me on the bed, I think. I want to say that was what it was, but I can't really remember. But the leg snapped, so they had to fix that the week of. And so, yeah, it was a whole thing. But, yeah, no, that show was fun. Now to my best story, which is also Wedding Singer. You know how at the end of the show, when Julia's like, will you sing in my wedding? And then he does the big, yes. Yeah, the big A.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do an A.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing for Casualty of Love. That's also A's, but they're not as big as that one. I didn't know how to sing an A at that point. It was the week of show, and the Friday before then, both the director and the musical guy, which she was like, we need you to try it. Even if you can't hit it, you just need to try it. That's all we're asking.
Absolutely.
So when she leaves me, the guy who is the main person who does the orchestra, he leads. He's the piano player,
Right.
Brad. Sweetest man ever. He gave me an original playbill from the first ever
Wedding Singer?
Wedding Singer show. He gave me an original playbill.
Okay.
It was insane.
dope.
It was so cool. And he was like, come here. He's like, I know you are a bit timid to sing this. And I was like, yeah, it's just been something that I don't want to fail at this. And he's like, and that's fair. I want you to try something this weekend. I want you to just slowly work your way towards singing the A. Try to start soft and then build up. Don't try to just do the A and ruin your voice. Try to start slow, small. Try to see if you can get it out. Work up to it.
Yeah.
Might I add you, I couldn't do it and there was a weekend left. I had to do it in the weekend. So I practiced maybe a couple times, and I was at one point I was like, okay, that was almost it. And, I wasn't fully there yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing the show, running the show, and it comes up to the point where we're at that song. And we're doing the song, and I'm like, okay, this is it. I have to do it. I have to. Because I think Brad was even like, you got this. You can do it. Don't worry. Just do it.
Right.
Casualty of Love went well.
Okay.
Which was great. So I sang little small parts of A. So that was fine.
Right.
But this was the big A. It comes to the point where Julia sings, Will You Sing My Wedding? And I shit you not, in that moment, time literally stopped for me. The whole world around me stopped, and I was just thinking to myself, I can hit this. Just do it. Just literally, as it kept getting closer, I could tell you the beats around me, all the music was getting slower. It was slower, and I couldn't believe what was going on. It was Like, oh my gosh, like I was fully in my head and time was moving slow. And then finally, when I got to the point where I knew what I had to sing, it was the final beat. My head went, just do it. So I took a big breath, and I can even remember, I took a big breath, I closed my eyes, I opened my eyes, and I just sang it. And one of my friends told me that she was singing with the guy who was playing George.
Right.
They both, once they first heard me sing the beginning part, they both looked towards me because they were talking, and both their jaws just dropped. Everyone around me's jaws were just dropped. Even Julia, while we were still running it, her jaw dropped because she was like, they were all like, oh shit. They were like, oh shit. Well.
Yeah.
Because they didn't hear me sing it. I didn't do it before. But yeah, no, it was probably one of the best parts. Also, later that same week, it was the Thursday night. My friend Jackson, he was like, I need you to try to sing the A, but just hold it. I probably held that A for 10, maybe almost 15 seconds straight. And everyone was like, what you just did this Monday. How are you holding this? And I'm like, just doing what he said, man. And even Miss A, when she heard me sing it, which was our director, I love her, she was just like,
yeah,
I picked the right person. She was like, yeah, I picked the right person for this. But yeah, no, it was insane. Those are my best and worst. But yeah, Robbie Hart, I played the Prince from Cinderella, and then Jack Kelly, and I can't think of any others right now. But yeah, those are my biggest 3 parts. Yeah, no, that's like the coolest thing I've ever done.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is going to be very hard to follow. My goodness. Okay.
Okay, so that's the end of our podcast.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Stop that, Gavin. It's my turn now. It is my turn.
no.
There is a video.
Say the line.
I can show you the video though.
Greg,
Go ahead. Say it.
would you like to go next and share your tech story?
Ooh, little me? Of course.
Little old me.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You love me and you know it. Tech week failure. Let's start there. Ooh. All right. I have a really good one in high school. So my sophomore year, right? We were doing this Italian comedy called Scapino, and I was playing the head waiter. I only had like 2 or 3 lines, but I was like on stage like most of the show because like it took place in a restaurant. And so I was moving stuff around and such. And so for Act 2, right? At the top of Act 2, there's this dance with the head waiter and all the waiters and waitresses, right? And so during said dance, the head waitress and the head waiter has to come together because they don't like each other, air quotes, and have to do like a dance, but in the end they do end up getting together. And so during one of the portions of the dance, they come together and they do like a waltz where they're like, oh, they're in love for a second, then they realize who they are and then jump back away from each other. So what happened was our stage was very tiny. It was like a bunch of like platforms that are basically used for choir, but instead they were just like squares we set up. And so we didn't have much to work with. So one of the nights when we were waltzing and broke away from each other, we were really into it. And then when we broke away, I ran out of space behind me because there was only so much stage. Mm-hmm. Luckily for me, it was perfectly placed because this section of the stage had like a little water cutout in front of it and a mat beneath it for a portion earlier in the show. And so when we broke away from each other, I took a step and I ended up falling backwards onto the mat into the water. It wasn't scripted or anything. Everybody in the audience just started dying. Mm-hmm. I was like, that wasn't meant to happen. But guys, I will tell you, that mat was not soft. It was like one of those solid mats. So instead of it was like a boom.
Yep.
And everybody was like laughing, like nervous laughing or like laughing out loud at the same time. Mm-hmm. My castmates, God bless their hearts, they kept dancing. The head waitress came over. She broke character for a second. She was like, oh my gosh, are you so... And then walked away. I was like, that's brilliant. Ow. And then I crawled out of the water. And I was like, oh, that wasn't meant to happen. And then the worst part about it is, right, that's not the only time it happened. It happened. It happened again. The second night.
Dumb.
I know it happened again. You would think that I would learn, and this time it was worse because when I fell back and hit the mat, the water fell over, and I was exposed to the audience, just lying on my back. And I turn and make eye contact with my director, who's sitting in the front row. I'm just like, shrug, like, what can you do? This is just another day in the restaurante. And I get back on stage and finish the dance. So that was my Tech Week failure. That was very embarrassing. I'm still embarrassed about it to this day. My friends who I did that show with will never let me forget it. But a Tech Week triumph, I would say it was a year ago. It was opening night of Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
Oh dear Jesus.
It's a triumph. It's not a failure. Okay,
Which
so
one?
the opening number, Bless Your Beautiful Hide, is broken up into three parts. It's broken up into 3 parts. The first part, I came through the audience. And then the second part, I came into a restaurant, right? Mind you, it's a whole song. It was just broken into 3 parts. And so at the end of the song, there's this really big belty note, and it was at the very beginning of the show. So already, like, my nerves were high because I had to make sure that I either hit it or I didn't, because that song sets the tone for the show. And so going up to opening night, I was not very confident in my belty range yet, because I hadn't belted like at all in my entire career. I had only like finessed my way to high notes, but the way Adam Ponsonby works, he had to belt, and so
Because you have to have that golden age sound.
you had to have the golden age sound. So what ended up happening was after the restaurant scene and I had to come center, opening night, I heard the part coming up in the song. I was like, okay, it's either now or never. Because like I'd hit it previously in Tech Week, but this is the first time I was doing it with like a full audience. And so as soon as that final note came, I just closed my eyes and belted it as loud as I could. And it sounded really good. And I was like really proud of myself, but I couldn't show it on my face because I was like, okay, I gotta keep going with the show. I have to keep going with the show. And so when I hit the note, I was like, and then after the orchestra cut off, I took off my hat and I like did a little side brim on it. I was like, yes, because that's in character, but I was doing a little celebratory for myself. So that was one of my Tech Week triumphs, because at first glance you wouldn't think that I was a singer, but Seven Brides for Seven Brothers did that for me. So that is my Tech Week triumph.
You know what's funny about that? I told my parents, I was like, I really like our lead. I feel like he's just a little bit timid when he comes to those big notes. I guess that's what I was thinking. I was like, he is really talented. But I'm like, I just wish, I don't know, something's like missing. And I was like, he needs to hit those a little bit more. And then when you did, I was like, oh, he's good.
Yeah, I definitely had to go for it. Also, bonus story. Shut up. It's the same show, but during one of the songs, it's the big solo for Adam in Act 2. Where were you?
Where I gotta stare at you and be pissed.
And then everybody had to walk off stage, and it was just me again.
All by yourself.
All by myself. So towards the end of that song, I believe I think it was a G. I may or may not be mistaken. It's been a while since I looked at that music. But instead of doing like the actual ending, one of the nights I felt myself so much that I optioned up, and I was like, did I actually do that? Because I was like, Am I going for it? Because I was low key feeling it. I had like tears in my eyes, and I was looking down towards the. I was selling it, so I was just like, might as well. And then I optioned up, and it didn't sound terrible. I was like, oh, nice. And then I walked off stage, and I was like, never again, never again, never again. But yeah, so that's another little triumph for you.
By the way, I want to say,
Yes.
I didn't tell you guys this. I'm going back to one of my triumph. I actually have videos of me singing both the A in like one of the shows I did for Wedding Singer, the last one, and I have a video of me singing the A for Santa Fe as well. So that was pretty sick.
We love that.
Everybody has videos of their triumphs.
I have videos. I would love to share.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we got through this first topic. Greg, do you want to sit with the next?
Boom.
Oh no.
Yes, we're back again. I'm back.
We're back. We didn't go anywhere.
Well, I'm back again.
In
Guess who's
charge.
back?
Yes.
Back again.
All right. So, in the spirit of opening Mary Poppins, not only are we going to talk about our Tech Week haves and have-nots, we are going to be talking about Disney. It was bound to happen. So I'm going to start us off. Gavin, what was your favorite Disney movie from childhood and why?
Mulan.
That was quick.
But I actually had just answered this question a while ago. But yes, Mulan. Childhood wise, I don't know. I think it was just like the representation of like Asian culture. Yeah, I mean, because they don't really have they don't have a Japanese one besides like Red Panda just came out, but that's not a princess. She's just Japanese, or like, I think. I could be wrong. No, Turning Red is the movie.
Oh, Gavin's getting canceled. He didn't even know the title of that movie.
Well, I said it because she turns into a red panda.
Turning Red. You should have known that.
I'm gonna hate you.
You should have known that.
And so, yeah, mine was Mulan. I also just really like the story. The music's incredible.
Oh my god.
What did you think of the live action Mulan?
I didn't watch it.
Really?
I wasn't gonna watch it.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh, Jack.
It's not a musical. I don't want
It's
to watch
not
it.
amazing because it's not the same story, but I didn't think it was.
It also had a lot of backlash for other reasons.
Yeah.
It did.
But
And-
we're not gonna get into that.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also just didn't enjoy the fact that I was like, it's a musical. You're making other movies live actions and keeping the music. Why can't we keep this one?
Yeah, I know.
That
was my biggest gripe.
Yeah.
I was like, I would love to hear somebody else sing Reflections or
I mean,
a new version
don't
of
get me
Let's Make a
wrong.
Man
I
Out.
love like Leah Salonga.
Oh, obsessed.
And Judy Kuhn. I love
Yes.
all of those classic Disney singers. But I would love to hear like a revamp because like sometimes the revamp is better than the original.
Exactly.
Like,
That's why I'm excited. I'm excited for the new Little Mermaid. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes, I cannot wait to hear her sing.
And like, don't get me wrong. Like, Beauty and the Beast wasn't the world's best thing, but it
But
sounded good.
it sounded quite amazing
Yes.
because the
Gonna break a vase.
I almost broke a vase. The original duet of Beauty and the Beast was between Celine Dion and Peebo Bryson, but the revamped one was with John Legend and Ariana Grande, and I can say that I like the John Legend and Ariana Grande version more. It just sold. Obviously.
That's our new Glinda.
Yes. But a little off topic, Jack. What is your favorite Disney movie
I
from
feel like-
childhood and why?
This is going to be maybe a little bit of a shocker. I don't know if you know it. I'd be surprised if you did.
I probably won't be shocked by it.
I'll probably be shocked.
Yeah.
I've
So
been shocked this entire podcast,
mine-
Mr. Jack Kelly.
actually is 101 Dalmatians.
What in the world?
Yeah, mine is the original.
That is out of pocket.
Yeah, 101 Dalmatians, the animation.
Right.
One of the biggest things, I watched it when I was a little kid.
Okay.
And it's funny enough, I'm going to give a little backstory when I was very little. Apparently, my mom used to tell me, so you guys know the Wiggles?
Yes.
When I was a little baby, like I was able to stand on my feet, I would dance to the
baby.
Wiggles. I'd just be dancing and all that. So I think this is why when it comes to 101 Dalmatians, I really loved it because I loved Roger's voice when he sang Cruella de Vil. Like, that voice, that Roger just voice of singing that is just, it's beautiful. Like, let's be real, Roger's voice is amazing.
Right.
And, like, I just think that movie, Cruella is one of the best Disney villains in my opinion, which is another big reason. I mean, Cruella was for not having, like, powers of Maleficent, who I also love, or, like, you know, like, status sort of like a major big backstory, like you could say Cinderella's mother.
Right.
I feel like Cruella, she just comes out of nowhere and she's like, I am the baddest bitch. You know what I mean? She's just like, and also I loved the live action Cruella with Emma Stone.
Cruella, I loved that movie.
That movie was amazing.
That was not a face of joy that you made.
But I love that movie.
I know, I can see.
I
Yeah.
love that movie.
I will say the character that they made, Artie, loved him. He was, that was such a great addition. Like, Artie made a lot of like great moments in that. But yeah, the original 101 Dalmatians, I loved Pongo because I also love dogs.
Pongo.
And Pongo and Perdita, I love just how the chemistry that they made between them, those fictional characters, the fictional dogs, and how much you could see they loved their children, and how each of their children had a different personality. And they didn't just show the original dogs, they also showed personalities of the other strays.
Right.
And Horace and Jasper, amazing. Also, can we talk about how in the live action 101 Dalmatians also is amazing. Because if you didn't know this, a few people who haven't seen it, if you ever, the show House, like the doctor show, he played Jasper, and Horace was played by Mr. Weasley from the Harry Potter movies.
Wow.
So that combination of those two is actually really amazing. Plus, also, I think it was it Glenn Close who played Cruella de Vil?
Oh, Glenn Close.
She is Cruella de Vil. Like, there is no one who could ever play that. If they ever made another 101 Dalmatians live action, which I don't think they ever will, no one can beat Glenn Close. Because Emma Stone for Cruella was a great new adaptation of Cruella, but Glenn Close, she just was Cruella. Like, she got into that character
It's
so
like one
well.
of those characters that can't be touched by other people.
No,
like Harrison Ford with Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I just can't. No one else could play Cruella as good as she did. I love all the 101 Dalmatian movies, including Cruella. I just think it's such a good movie with a great storyline. Yes, it's a little shorter of a movie, but it's classic Disney. And it's everything you want from a Disney movie. So that's my favorite. But favorite live action, which I want to say this, Maleficent. Angelina Jolie.
I have yet to see that.
Angelina Jolie.
I know.
Any of them?
Maleficent.
I know. There's two of them.
No, wait, live
There's
action?
there's the second,
second
one.
one.
I have not seen either.
The second one was really good.
I haven't seen the
don't
second one yet.
spoil it for me.
All I'm gonna say is
I'm
it
gonna
was
tell
really
you
good.
all of it.
Gavin, I'm going to hit you.
The first Maleficent is probably the best Disney live action movie that they've ever put out. I have not seen the live action Cinderella though, so I will give that a chance when I see it.
Which
Which
one?
No, the Disney one. The Disney one.
Oh, I mean, it's good. It's
About to say,
Cinderella.
yeah, which one are
It's
we
not.
talking here? Because
Yeah.
there are a lot of adaptations of Cinderella.
Yeah.
But just Maleficent, Disney, Angelina Jolie was Maleficent once again. I wish she would have been green, but also that would have deterred from the fact.
Oh no, I would not have
Yeah.
wanted her to be green.
Yeah.
I think she is such a beautiful and like strong woman that like her facial features are so like angular that it was perfect for Maleficent. If they put green on her, it would have
would've
looked
been just
awful.
took away from it.
Also, I liked how. Actually, I'm not going to spoil it because that's great. I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, Maleficent and 101
Yeah.
Dalmatians. Oh, I have a list, but yeah, Hercules is another.
And
big
don't
one.
worry, we're saving that for another episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna rank Disney movies
But,
and Disney shows and cartoons.
Oh, we
but
will.
I'm gonna share my favorite Disney movie from childhood and why, and then I'll throw in a bonus if I can.
I'll bow down to Greg.
Oh, come on. All right, so my
He just
favorite-
rolled his eyes.
So my favorite Disney movie as a kid was The Princess and the Frog.
Respect.
Without a doubt, because up until that point, I had yet to see any type of representation of African American culture in Disney, unless it was like really obvious. We're not gonna talk about that one movie where everybody was animated except the black guy. I forgot what it's called. Song of the South. Is that it? Let me check my sources.
I don't remember.
I don't even remember that.
I do
It's
know
the-
that
it's
a
the
lot of
song where
early
it's,
Disney. I know a lot of early Disney was not.
No,
Good.
it's not.
I had to watch a segment.
I
of it.
know a song from it. It's called Zippity Doo Dah.
Yep, I know exactly which one it is.
Oh. I never watched that movie, but I know that song.
And he was like, yeah, it was
Yeah, hold
really
on.
bad.
Yeah, it was. It
was really, really
It was
bad.
not. Yep, Song of the South. I was right.
Yeah.
I never knew
Yeah, no, he would. That black guy was not animated, but everybody else around him was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was like a vision that Disney had, but
It was. There's an entire thing behind it,
Yeah,
but it
but
wasn't.
that's-
It was
that's-
poorly executed.
that's for a later podcast.
Yes.
Later episode, I should say. But up until that point, I had yet to see anything that was like really representing culture, and what better way to do it than in New Orleans?
Mm-hmm.
And like with a voodoo villain, like Dr. Facilier. I love that villain with all of my life. I am a huge villain lover, and I love to play bad guys. But Dr. Facilier is one of the best Disney villains of all time. And if there were ever to be like a stage adaptation of Princess and the Frog, I'm throwing my name in the hat right now to play him.
Yeah.
Like right now.
He's definitely one of the most underrated villains I think ever.
For sure. Also
Like-
the music. The music is so underrated.
Yes.
For finally showing some representation from Disney, that was the perfect way to do it.
Like going down the bayou, almost there. Like
It was
the,
so
the
good.
oh my god!
Can we talk about how I want to say this? One of my favorite parts of Princess and the Frog
Yes.
was Tiana's best friend. Because
the rich girl.
yeah,
Yes.
I know so many people that are like, give her own movie because you know how amazing she was as a friend to Tiana. She literally, her perfect dream was coming to life, and she gave it all up for her friend for her to be happy.
Yes.
Like
yes, she did.
that is one of the most selfless, like just acts that you could ever do. And she gave up her dream for
Dig a
the
little
person she
deeper.
loved most.
Dig a Little Deeper is one of the greatest Disney songs of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Do not change my mind.
I just like that. I mean, like with that movie when it came out, it was just like one of those things that you were like, this is a side of the world we don't talk about.
Yeah, this is something we don't like see every day, and it deserves to be represented.
Exactly. And it's like, it's sad because it's like other things, like since that movie came out, it's still not getting the representation it was supposed to.
Like they're like, okay, we gave you this one movie, and now we're gonna move on.
But and then they're like, but they are moving to like subcultures because now they're really going into the Latin America and like Pacific Islander.
with Encanto.
Yes, like
and
Moana and like
Moana.
a lot of the
Encanto was such a
newer
big
ones.
miss.
Well, okay.
Whoa!
So yes and no. The story didn't make much sense, but
Yeah.
the culture behind it was
culture-
beautiful.
The culture was
Wait,
great.
what?
But my
The story, like I thought Encanto was supposed to, like I thought it was gonna be more of a
An
Moana
adventure.
situation.
Oh no, absolutely.
But it was just like one of those things that they were just like, nope, we're gonna stay at the house.
Encanto to me was like they hyped it up so much that it was just a big letdown when it came out. When you watched it,
See, I couldn't say I was let down.
wasn't let down. I was blown away by it.
Encanto has a lot of great parts of it, but overall, I just from what they showed, I guess I expected more, and that's what
Yeah.
disappointed me. I still give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It still passes for me, but for Disney, they hyped it up so much, and then I thought it was gonna be this big adventure, like you said, like Moana, and it just wasn't that. But Bruno, love that character.
I don't agree with Jack. Stephanie Beatrice, if you're listening, I love you. I absolutely adore you. Please, I want to work with you so bad. I love you. End of story.
It's just one of the biggest
No.
ways for Greg
And
getting
like
collaborations.
exactly, and like Coco was like a really really good
Coco.
movie.
I've not seen it.
One of the only movies to make me cry.
I
have not
sobbed.
seen it.
I
One
sobbed.
of the only
Oh,
movies to make me cry.
I cry at every Disney movie, so that's heartless.
Wait, I didn't even get into my bonus movie.
Oh, because we didn't want to hear it.
Shut up.
Fine, Greg, go about your bonus movie, even though the
The
rest
live
of us
action
didn't
Lion
get
King.
one.
I've not seen that one either.
Oh,
Hey, hold on. Only because let me speak. Only because Childish Gambino and Beyonce, they sounded absolutely heavenly for Can You Feel the Love Tonight. Just saying. Just saying, I thoroughly enjoyed it, okay? Also, it came out on my birthday, so it was a great birthday present for me because I love The Lion King. I would love to do The Lion King on stage if I could. Shout out to the National Touring Company of The Lion King. If you're listening, I love each and every one of you. You guys were absolutely amazing when you came here. But I did enjoy the live action Lion King. And I know that's not everybody's favorite. And I don't want to hear backlash from either of you.
I haven't seen it, so.
That sucks, Greg.
But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'm
Moving
happy that you shared your opinions of the Lion King live action movie, Greg. I think you are so entitled into your own opinions. I just think that they're wrong opinions. But I
my
love it
gosh.
that you have those opinions.
I thought it was fine.
I love the Lion King. I just did not like the live action one.
I thought the live action was pretty solid.
I thought it was not.
That's something to debate on a tier list.
You know.
Yes, we
Yeah.
will debate that later, but now we're going to move into something else. Okay. Jack.
Or Eddie.
Greg has lost the podcast. Jack, it's your turn now.
What? No! No! I'll be back. You can't silence me.
So,
Okay, shh.
we decided to play a little game, and this is kind of for Greg and Gavin. This is my own little game for them, and I'm calling it this or that. I think it's already a thing. I'm not sure. Basically, I'm gonna give you guys two options, pretty much in the same category of like theater shows, food, whatnot, and you guys just have to answer on your initial gut reaction. So
Alright.
I'll give a 3, 2, 1. I'll say something, and I'll give you guys a 3, 2, 1, and you guys are gonna say it.
Okay.
And then you guys can debate on, or even talk about why you picked your answer. So we'll start off with something simple, okay? First thing we're gonna talk about is food. I'm gonna give you two things. You guys just give me your gut reaction. First two options: pizza, tacos. 3, 2, 1.
Pizza.
Okay.
I just like. I also just don't like Mexican food that much. So
Fair enough.
I like nachos and I like some tacos. I like quesadillas. Like I'm pretty basic though, but I don't really.
We know.
Unless I.
Gavin's giving me the death stare right now.
Don't do that.
Don't.
We just started.
Continue.
Okay. And now I'm gonna take pizza, and I'm gonna give you guys another option. Pizza, ice cream. 3, 2, 1.
Ice cream.
It's simple.
I'm lactose intolerant, but I'd still pick ice
Gavin is
cream.
suffering for his ice cream.
Alrighty.
It's like putting his stomach in a blender.
I hate you.
Next one. Ice cream, brownies. 3, 2, 1.
Ice cream.
Brownies. Ooh.
Now you guys can debate.
Why?
I just don't. I like chocolate, but I don't like chocolate that much.
Is there something you need to tell me, Gavin?
Hate you.
Is there something you need
I
to tell
hate
me?
you. Out the door now. Out the door
Is there
now.
something you need to tell
I'm literally never once in my life I've been like, I just really need a brownie right
Wow,
now.
you really got into that. I feel like a brownie done right is one of the best desserts of all time. Just saying.
What a sad
Well,
life.
because ice cream already won, I'm gonna stick with ice cream because it still had a vote.
Man.
Okay. Next one. Ice cream, French fries. 3, 2, 1.
French fries.
Okay.
Come on.
Potato
Come
all the
on.
way.
Come on, it's a potato.
Okay, we're gonna get two more. French fries, chicken tenders. 3, 2, 1.
Chicken.
tenders. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Simple.
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 Okay.
Simple, simple. Pop it,
Last
squish,
one.
Pop it, squish. Pop it, squish.
We have chicken tenders
Uh-huh.
or a burger. 3, 2, 1.
Chicken.
Burger.
Ooh.
Oh.
I just like chicken. I also don't usually eat burgers. So
I'm just a fan of burgers. I mean, like, come
Yeah.
on. Like, it's just, like,
Nah.
a beef patty, some
Chicken
cheese,
and potatoes,
lettuce,
my two
tomato,
favorite things,
pickle,
and
mustard,
pasta.
ketchup,
And
and
seafood.
put that on a brioche bun or a pretzel bun, a regular bun. It's still gonna taste delicious.
but like a 6-count chicken strip meal from Dairy Queen.
With some queso.
Queso.
Yeah.
Oh no, I do the gravy.
Oh.
Alrighty.
It's like a type of gravy person.
I might get that for dinner. Honestly, where's the closest DQ?
Bring me back some.
No.
I'm basic. I like ketchup. That's my condiment of choice. But now we're gonna move into theater shows because you both know
Yes.
this. I am not gonna.
This is gonna be a heated debate if we get it wrong.
Okay. You guys ready for this?
Yep.
First two shows, and I'm not gonna go with the thing where I'm gonna take the next one. I could if you want, but
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Because I want to be debating
You guys
Greg
ready?
Car.
I'm scared.
The first
I'm
one.
so scared. I don't want to get canceled.
The first one. Wicked. Les Mis. 3, 2, 1.
Les
Wicked.
Mis.
Here we go. Here we go. Debate.
No. Gavin, why did you say Les Mis? Why did you say Les Mis?
Why did I say that? Why would I pick Wicked?
It's iconic. More iconic than Les Mis.
Here we go. Here's the debate we were
And I
waiting
stand
for.
by that. Sure, you have Alfie Boe and Hugh Jackman, but we have Idina Menzel, Kristen Chenoweth, Jessica Vosk. Who else is there? Brittany Johnson. Hannah Corneau. Oh my gosh, are you? Besides, is
Anne
Wicked
Hathaway, Hugh Jackman.
Okay. We don't need to compare cast. All I'm saying is Wicked, to me, is just a little bit better
Miss
than Les
Samantha
Mis.
Barks.
Than Les Mis.
I just like.
Also,
I'm just seeing so many flaws in your logic.
Norbert
Your
Neal
favorite,
Butz,
your favorite.
Tay
You
Diggs,
picked
Ryan
literally a
McCartney,
children's
Aaron
story.
Tveit, I mean,
A literal prequel to a children's story is what you picked. Actually, not even a prequel because it goes through the children's story at the same time, which nonetheless doesn't really make any sense.
Well,
but also,
okay.
let me just tell you,
okay.
sir,
Uh-huh.
Les Mis is filled with emotion
Uh-huh.
and like despair.
The music is
Wicked
better.
is just based off the fact that they're like. I don't even understand. Like,
The music in Wicked is better.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we're gonna get nowhere with this. Let's just go on to the next because I have a really good one now.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Jack,
You
what
guys
have-
ready for this?
Jack, what have you done to us?
Something Rotten. Young Frankenstein. 3, 2, 1.
Something rotten.
Okay.
I actually don't know Young
Yeah, I
Frankenstein.
don't
Really?
know Young
No.
Frankenstein that well.
Huh.
So I'm gonna take Something Rotten.
Also, I'd probably still take Something Rotten. I
They're
love that
both
show
very
so
comedic.
much.
Yeah, Christian Borle, Brian Darcy James.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also shout out Brian Darcy James, who is on Into the Woods
He just went back.
in Broadway right now. Absolutely adore you. Would love to work with you.
Alrighty, since you guys didn't know Young Frankenstein, I'm going to take Something Rotten and I'm throwing in Into the Woods. 3, 2, 1.
Into
Something
the Woods.
Rotten.
Oh my gosh, Gavin!
I also just don't like Into the Woods, so I don't know what to tell you. There's like very little that I actually enjoy of that musical.
Gavin, are you serious? You did not just pick Something Rotten over one of Sondheim's greatest
I'm
ever
sorry to tell you, I
musically
thoroughly like
composed
Something Rotten.
shows.
I'm
Are
really
you
sorry.
serious? Are you serious?
So sorry to tell you. Happy
What?
for you though.
Jack, please go on before I absolutely murder Gavin right
We're
now.
not going to do that because we need him. Alright, this next one, I'm still thinking a little bit. I have one show right now.
Yes.
Let me think.
There's so many shows that
You know
I'm
what?
running through
I'm
my
gonna go
head.
with this. I was gonna keep this for the finale, but why not do it now and see where this goes? You guys ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Heather's Mean Girls. 3, 2, 1.
Heathers.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with Mean Girls, don't get me wrong. I would kill to be in that cast. But Heathers, I would kill even more to be Rim or...
Yeah, I would love to be one of the jocks in
Yeah.
Mean Girls. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I think both shows are really good. I just didn't know what you guys.
I just think the music in Heathers is so much more iconic.
Yes, it is.
Also, Mean Girls, I love it. It is just a...
It's just a movie musical
Yeah.
adaptation.
And, like, I think Heathers is the same, but it's not-
Heathers translates to the stage
Yes.
better than Mean Girls.
Yes.
Like, let's be real.
so much better.
Yes.
The-
Also, love the music from Heathers. Like,
I love the
Blue
music.
is
from-
iconic.
I love the
Beautiful is
music for
iconic.
both, but I just like
I
would
think
10
the
times
Heathers-
rather be
yeah.
like, I did Heathers for
Yeah,
6 months.
Right, yes. Absolutely. Continue.
These next two shows are going to be very different.
Okay.
I've said one before, so I'm going to bring them both in. Newsies,
Oh crap.
Sweeney Todd.
Oh,
3,
simple.
2, 1.
Sweeney
Newsies.
Todd, what the fuck? I'm not even yelling because it's just like it's kind of just sad.
There's no way
That you
pick
picked
Sweeney Todd over
Newsies.
Newsies. Are you serious right now? Are you
Demon Barber or Sad Paper Boy?
sad paper boy every time?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Never.
Are you kidding me?
I've
Do I have
probably
to
never
list the
enjoyed that
songs in the
musical.
show for you? Carrying the Banner, Santa Fe, Seize the Day,
Overdone,
Watch
overdone,
What
overdone,
Happens.
overdone,
Oh
overdone,
my gosh,
overdone,
Watch
overdone,
What
overdone.
Happens reprise. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Demon Barber of Fleet Street is the one that takes it for you.
Over that, yes.
Are you serious?
That
But
show
you
is
can't
so
choose
sad.
Into the Woods.
It's just
You
sad.
are absolutely out of your head. Out of your head. Oh my gosh.
Alright, I think we're ready to move into one of our last couple.
Jack, I'm going to kill him.
No, you're not.
I'm
We
going
need
to
it.
kill him. Gavin, how are you
You
smiling
see,
right
it's just
now?
like it's so funny that this is pissing you off.
This is
but it
pissing
doesn't.
me off.
But to me, I'm like, Into the Woods is like
Don't
good,
you-
but
oh.
not that good.
Okay,
Gavin,
let's move on. Let's move on. Words cannot be said. This one.
Oh my gosh.
This one I think will be. I think this will be a debate, but I'm not sure. We have Hamilton,
Oh no.
Phantom of the Opera. 3, 2, 1.
Hamilton.
Okay.
I hate Phantom.
I just wanted to make sure.
I only would want to be in. I literally say this all the time. I only would want to be in Phantom to do Masquerade, and that is it.
Fair.
Bro, my dream show is Hamilton. Like, I remember the first time I stumbled across the Broadway recording. It was like, I think like 3 months after it dropped. I just saw it on Spotify. I was like, okay. I clicked on it. Yeah, I remember it's 2 hours and 45 minutes long, if I do remember correctly. And I just sat there and listened to it straight through. It was like 1 a.m. in the morning, and I didn't stop until like 3-ish. I was like, my entire life is transcended. Like, I felt like I was watching the show while listening to it.
Yeah.
So the music is phenomenal. I saw the show in person. Like, the choreography is phenomenal. And no, there are no small parts in that show. Like, there are none.
I would do anything if I could play Philip or
Oh my gosh.
he's still. It's just like King George's like servant.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Ooh, fun fact, Gavin. When I saw Hamilton just recently, the guy who played Washington was Asian. He was absolutely amazing.
There's some. It might not have been West End, but there was. I mean, a lot of Elizas have been Asian. A lot of
Rachel Ann Go,
Van
absolutely
Gogh,
love you.
Philippa So.
Philippa, love you too.
They were, and then I think there was an Asian Hamilton in a production.
Yeah, I
could have
believe
been
so.
wrong.
I believe so.
I think I want to say it's on the Broadway one, but I know some understudies are Asian too.
Yes.
So-
So anyway, Hamilton.
I just would love to
just-
see an Asian
it just-
Philip.
It's diverse. The music is amazing.
Well, and it's like the entire point of it was it's supposed to be POC,
Exactly.
and like mixed POC, full POC. Like that is the. It's because there's so much discrimination between.
We can work
each.
together. We have good opinions together. Why the heck would you say
Just,
Sweeney
you know,
Todd?
Some opinions are better than
Why
others.
would you say Sweeney
And
Todd?
Newsies is not that good.
Okay.
I'm going.
Okay, next one. I have 2 left because we're gonna save some because we want to come back to this. Maybe make this another segment sometime.
Yeah.
2 more. You guys ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Jekyll and Hyde, Anastasia. 3, 2, 1.
Simple.
Jekyll and
Anastasia.
Hyde.
I'm going.
It's just because he's a dream role of mine. To play Jekyll and Hyde is a dream role.
It is
That is one of the most, like, as a male performer, that is one of the
Anastasia as a
most
show
excruciating roles to play.
Yes.
is amazing.
I love Anastasia.
Also,
I
shout
love
out-
that show.
Shout out
but
to
I would
Rebecca
kill.
Hartman, who just made her Anya debut in the Broadway National Tour of Anastasia. Mwah, mwah, mwah,
Isn't
mwah.
that the non?
It's non-equity, yes.
Okay.
But she did make her debut, so
Sorry.
congratulations to you. Miss
I thought they were
Rebecca Hartman.
closing, so.
Wow. Not that I know of. But no, Anastasia.
He's like,
But no, Anastasia to me is like really up there.
Yeah.
It was like one of the ones that like solidified for me that I was going to be doing musical theater or an aspect of
Same.
musical theater for like the rest of my life.
Same.
Also, not Gleb. Vlad is a dream role of mine. I would love to play Vlad.
I would kill to play him or
Dimitri.
fuck no. Oh, you think I want to
I
play
would wanna play-
Dimitri?
I would wanna play Dimitri.
I wouldn't play Vlad.
Oh.
I want to play the
I mean, I'd
old-
love to play Dimitri too.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun to play Dimitri, but he's so one-sided.
I'm dead.
Kind
Alrighty.
of boring.
Okay.
One of the last ones. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
This might be an easy answer. I'm pretty sure it will be. Addams Family, Little Shop of Horrors. 3, 2, 1.
Addams Family.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to play. It's so bad.
Why?
I just want to do that show so bad.
Why?
I'm obsessed with Little Shop. I am. And I would do anything to play the plant. Literally anything.
Little Shop
I wanna
is-
play Seymour
It's
so bad.
amazing.
I want to play the
I
plant
understood
so
Seymour
bad.
in high school.
So bad.
Yes.
But I say Addams Family only because their dance numbers in that show are
They're so good.
fucking cool.
I'd love to play the plant. Also, the music is unmatched. Well, I'm not gonna say unmatched, but the music is very good in Little Shop, and I stand by that to this day.
Yeah.
I don't have anything against Addams Family. God forbid, I'd love to play Lucas in Addams
Oh.
Family.
I want to play
Lucas.
what's his name? The son.
Oh,
Pugsley.
Pugsley.
Pugsley, you'd be a
I want
great
to play
Pugsley.
Pugsley.
They need to
so
do that here.
bad.
Oh my
You know
god.
how
Yes.
amazing it would be
Yeah.
Yes.
if you guys could play. Oh my god, it'd be so good.
No, for sure. No, but Little Shop, I've done the show before, so I'm a little bit biased, but I would also just love to do
I
it.
think that's my understanding of Newsies too. Is that I've already done the show and it was a
But
time
you chose Sweeney Todd over Newsies.
every day. every
unreal.
day.
Unreal.
Alrighty. Well,
Fake fan.
that pretty much wraps up this or that for the theater section, and I think let's make this a part 1 because I think we could keep going with this or that. But
We're definitely
this is
going
a
with
very
part 2.
long podcast, so we probably want to.
We gotta wrap it up.
We gotta wrap it up now.
So.
Alrighty, guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna handle this one.
No, you're
I
not
was in
because this is
charge.
my thing.
I was in
This is
charge.
my thing.
Can I
You're
at
not
least get-
taking that
Can I
from
at
me.
least get a sentence?
A sentence. Carry on. You have 5 words.
Thank you guys for listening.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. This was a longer podcast. I think we're going to start doing these more longer podcasts because they're quite fun to have. And the short podcasts just really aren't doing it for us. So, get over it, Greg.
Sweeney
Get
Todd.
over yourself.
I'm over it.
Leave it alone.
Oh my
Drop
gosh.
it. But bye, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Bye, guys.
Bye.